go, folks. Hello from Bugeye, guys. And this is Zippy. Zippy is a very special car. And I hope to communicate how special it is in this driving video. Now, what's interesting about this car is I just took it off. That was from my leg. I just took it off the trailer 15 minutes ago, and we're going to take you for a drive without having been for a drive, so we're going to learn together how Zippy has done in 1,100 miles in several years. It was in Texas. Well, this is my maiden drive in Zippy after it came back to us to be sold for a new home. So let's see what we can learn about Zippy, and also we'll make a short punch list. I see that the clutch rubber pedal pad is missing, so that's an easy fix. And there was some squealing from the front brakes, which is also pretty easy to fix. The horn works, so we have that. But the car has held up really well, and I love these moments for us because it's kind of our best testimonial. If we can send a car out to Texas, have it go through a relationship with a father and his kids and wife and family, and then have it come home and still work really well, then we've done our job well. So that's good, and I think we've got that here with Zippy. Exhaust note. This is our twin tip exhaust pipe, our muffler, the twin tip system that we offer in our parts catalog. It's a really nice note. When you get on it, it's a little louder, and if you're mellow with your gas pedal, it's, you know, a little less loud. There's a lower RPM, 2,500 RPMs, and it's somewhat sedate, not an annoying sound at all, but when you get on it, it starts to come on a little bit more noise. That's 4,500 in third gear. It's about 50 miles an hour. So nice noise, nice exhaust note. Kind of like a sports car should sound, in our humble opinion. Zippy is a car that we modified extensively for two different owners, and other than the exhaust, it also has four-wheel disc brakes. If you wanted an air horn, this horn's fine, but an air horn would be louder. I think we already have LED lights. We'll have to check. We have this bullet mirror on the windshield post. So all in all, this is a really well-sorted car, but most importantly, if you want a car that has that kind of squat, bad boy look about it, this is a really good car to think about. The roll bar plus the stance, it's lowered, has the steel wheel kind of vibe about it, and it's just a super cool car. Nice wide tires, and more grip, more performance, better braking, and a cooler style. So all of that makes this a special car, and they can be expensive to build this way. So you have to ask yourself if you want to invest in the building or you want to buy a car that's already pretty well done. And of course, it's a 5-speed Ford transmission. So, you know, that fourth gear, if we want fifth gear at 45, we can loaf along 2,000 RPMs. And so, you know, if you're somebody who doesn't think you'll want to drive on a highway in your Bugeye, that's fine. But you can use the car now, 1,800 RPMs, it's a little low, so we'll go back to fourth or third. And it's fully synchronized, so kind of easy for a wide range of people to drive and learn to drive. You don't have to be worried about a non-synchro first gear being intimidating. So I can drop it into first if I needed it right on a roll, like right here. There we go, and you couldn't do that in a smooth or rib case 4-speed. but you can because it's a fully synchronized gearbox from a later model Ford Sierra from Europe. We have electronic tachometer and a GPS powered speedometer, which is great. That has a clock in it. It also has a compass and an altimeter if you like such things, or you could just leave it as a trip odometer. And then we have a larger dash mirror here, and we have 3-point seat belts, which is nice. These inertia reel belts, and rubber floor mats, and some Hardura mat with white stitching, which coordinates if it was a white car that was painted red at some point. So there's a lot on this car. I happen to really like these fat wooden wheels. It's kind of like a ship's wheel with these brass rivets, nicely varnished. So you have a car that performs nicely and is also appointed nicely. This is beautiful. This is a nice, I'm gonna guess that's a walnut burl, but I don't know for certain. A wooden retrofit dashboard and a power port here for your phone charger or a cigarette lighter. And the brake performance is really quite excellent. I would have to say this is one of the best braking Bugeyes that we've built. This is our rear disc brake kit that we sell. It's set up nicely. The handbrake works pretty nicely. You can see I'm off the pedal. And so you have excellent braking performance. A little wider tire helps. And again, fifth gear at 50, 2200 RPMs. It's like, okay, we made some noise, now we don't want to make noise. And that's fine. That's available if you like it. Depends on your driving style. But it's a gearbox that allows the car to do more than you would be able to do with just the stock 4-speed setup. It's really nice to have 5 speeds in this car, or in these cars in general. When they're tight and set up well, like this one is, it allows you to really enjoy a much broader range of performance than you could with the stock setup. This is a flip nose car, so that's yet another upgrade that we really admire. It has made access for the engine bay so much nicer for people. It basically gives you complete access to all of the engine for maintenance or even just for fun to look at it. And as our client base ages, that flip nose is a really great asset because lifting them the factory way is hard on everybody's lower back. So we're a big fan of flip nose conversions, and this one has a good one, so that's nice to see. There's 55 at about 2800 RPMs, I should say. So a really nice cruising setup in the car. You know, these are short cars, definitely not a Cadillac wheelbase. It's a short wheelbase car. It's always going to be a performance car, not a cruising car. But again, to be able to go 60 at 3,000 RPMs is really a nice setup because it's not so harsh or noisy, and the car's quite stable because it's tuned properly. The front end is tight, and you know, it's not like I'm wrestling with the car or have to feel nervous that the smallest pothole is going to send me into oncoming traffic.